Hello and a very warm welcome to the Insider Essay, your guide to living better. Join us as we open up to new worlds and celebrate Women's Month. Learn how through her own fitness journey, Juanita Khumalo has built a career inspiring others. Find out how model turned restaurant owner Mala Bryan is making representative dolls for children. Discover an initiative where artists are being empowered to recognize women through their designs. Travel to a private lodge in the Kruger with actress Brenda Ngxoli and her partner Sam Sitengile. See how renowned TV host Relebogile Mabotja finds balance in her busy life. And spend a day with digital media content creator Sarah Langa. Fitness and holistic wellness advocate Juanita Khumalo has built a global community of followers through advocating a balanced lifestyle.
Hi, my name is Juanita Khumalo. I am a health and wellness coach and entrepreneur. Welcome to my home. In 2017, and that's when my wellness journey began. And I was at a point in my life where I was very unhappy with my weight and just who I was at that point. And as with any woman, what we do is that we tend to food oftentimes for comfort. And then I started to make a couple of changes towards leading a healthier lifestyle. I started making changes to my diet, making changes to my exercise regime. And it was through my own personal journey that I realized that I want to affect or impart women with tools and resources and knowledge so that they can also pursue their own wellness journey.
With a career that has now expanded into a fully fledged business as well as a TV gig, Juanita first rose to prominence online.
My social media following started growing when I started sharing my wellness journey. And there was just a great interest in my journey and how I was able to transform my body. And because of that growth, because of the resources and the tools I was sharing, I created value. So I created value for people. They saw value in the output, in the content I was putting out. And as a result of that, that grew.
She started her own business with the idea of creating a one-stop shop to share health and fitness resources with her growing community.
Trail Wellness was established in 2018, and that was when I actually hosted my first fitness event, and the outcome was very impressive. And it was then that I realized that, wait, actually I'm onto something here. And I decided to make the next event a paid event, and the women came through in numbers. And subsequently I realized that, hey, I want to actually make this my life, and I want to turn this into something bigger where I allow women to come and we all exercise together.
Understanding the importance of holistic balance, Juanita's platform also gives access to physical trainers, dietitians, biokineticists, and psychologists.
I realized that through my own journey that being physically fit is not enough. You need to be fit mentally, you need to be fit spiritually, and you need to be fit emotionally. And that's how you'll be able to achieve that point where you are literally living up to your best version every single day. The salad that we're about to make right here is a high protein salad. It has quinoa, which is a protein. It's got eggs, protein, and it's got tuna as well, which is a protein. All you have to do, of course, guys, is boil your quinoa for about 15 minutes. And then you basically take some of your spinach, throw in your eggs, your quinoa, your onion, as well as your tomatoes, a dash of your lemon, and of course, your spices. And then boom, it's a tuna broth salad. So you basically just mix everything into one, and then it's that simple, it's that easy. A number of things helped me to jumpstart my fitness and wellness journey. I decreased the amount of sugar I was taking in. I decreased the amount of fried food that I was eating and takeaways. When you cook more from home, your food is healthier and you know exactly what you put into your food.
Seeing firsthand how she stays fit, Juanita showed us some ways to work out at home.
The first exercise we're going to do, it is a lunge. Basically, a lunge targets your lower body, and that is your quads, that is your calves as well as your glutes. The key thing when you get to a pulsating lunge, guys, is to make sure that your knee is not over your toes and you're not leaning in that direction. So basically, make sure that your body is straight. Don't forget to engage your core. And in that position, you're gonna pulsate down and up, down. So basically, pulsate, pulsate. And then after 30 seconds, we're going to alternate to the other leg.
Juanita says working out has saved her life, giving her a sense of purpose and something to look forward to every day.
Next exercise, guys. At this round, we're targeting our obliques. Side crunch, lift your body up, put your arm up, and if you can lift your leg up. You can raise your leg. Each exercise is 30 seconds long, and each side is 15 seconds long. So hold and squeeze. Don't forget to breathe. So with this next exercise, guys, we are gonna shuffle to one side, give me a double crunch, and then shuffle all the way back, double crunch on the other side as well. Shuffle back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, and 3. And shuffle back again. 2, 3, 4. This should get your heart racing, and then all the way back. It's a cardio. Exercise has a number of benefits, and one of the key benefits which I exercise for is the mental health benefits of it. When you exercise, endorphins are released to make you a happier person overall. Also, exercise literally saved my life. When I was not in the best mental position, when I was 2-3 years back when I started, I relied on exercise, and exercise was my therapy. And this is mainly because of the healthier and fitter, more moving lifestyle that I've adopted. Start by simply moving. 30 minutes of exercise is all you really need. Small changes such as taking the stairs, another escalator, small changes like taking a walk, walking your dog or your cat, that is a game changer. When the goal seems too big, it almost seems as if it's impossible to achieve. And so I always recommend one day at a time. Remember, your own pace, your own race, and you will build and get stronger gradually.
Through reinventing herself, Juanita Khumalo has taken South Africa on a fitness journey to living better, and we love her for it. Coming up, see how Mala Bryan has built a career with food and dolls, and find out how Capitec has partnered with artists to empower women through representation. Born in St. Lucia in the West Indies, Mala Bryan first found success as an international model. Since then, this ambitious entrepreneur has expanded her career into hospitality and representative dolls.
My name is Mala Bryan, and I am from the beautiful Caribbean island of St. Lucia. Cape Town is currently home. I am a model, an entrepreneur, and finally, I am a mom. In the second half of the year, in the middle of the pandemic, I found out that I was expecting, and I gave birth to a beautiful baby boy who was actually born on my birthday. He has been such a blessing in the times that we have been going through, and to be honest with you, I would not have been able to ask for more.
Growing up around food and cooks led her on a journey to opening her restaurant serving Afro-Caribbean cuisine.
My relationship with food started when I was a very young girl. I was a street vendor with my grandmother. That was about 8 years old. Like being a little girl, grilling with my granny on the roadside, it just felt very natural when I got involved with carne. It's just lovely to be able to come from grilling by the roadside to actually having, beautiful restaurants to grill from. Working with my partner, Giorgio Nava, who is an established master chef, it's absolutely amazing because he is so knowledgeable with food. He's obsessed with food, and that's actually what you really need in a restaurateur, I would say. So a lot of the things I handle with the restaurant is more on the publicity side, and Georgia takes care of everything else.
We're preparing a beautiful prime rib of the bone, as we do in Italy. A bit of salt, pepper, olive oil, and rosmarino. These are the ingredients that are the best to prepare our meat. And off we go in our charcoal grill. We'll see, as you can see, it's super fast. And I'm very proud because when you order a steak, you don't order the sauce, you get in the beautiful flavor from the meat. Our steak should be ready by now. As you can see, got a beautiful, beautiful color on both sides. The fat is nice and crispy. We're basically ready to go on the plate.
Heading back to her home, we find out more about her other business ventures. After realizing how hard it was to find representative children's toys, she decided to make a change.
The whole goal and purpose of Malabelle dolls is to have dolls of color that can represent different skin tones. So it's very important for young girls, especially young Black girls that do not have that in the market. They've hardly ever seen, Black dolls that look like them on shelves. So I just wanted to make sure that was there because it's very important.
So Mala and I share the same vision, completely understand what she wants to achieve, and that's make working together very, very easy. I quickly understand when she has an idea, she bounces it with me. I quickly understand what she wants to get out of it, and that's why it's so easy for me to work with her.
So I came up with the idea of a coloring book. So I decided to get my dolls illustrated. And during that process, I figured, since the dolls come in different skin tones, why not have coloring crayons of the doll's skin tones made as well? So I worked with some manufacturing companies and started having that done.
I hope this book contributes to the sense of self, because I think identity growing up is very important in building a good self-esteem. So that's what I hope the children get out of this.
Since having Luca, it's been quite interesting because the way I now approach business is very different. I've created toys for, I would say, children that are older. So now having him and observing him play, it makes me understand a lot more of what parents want from toys. And I'm really excited and looking forward to how it is that I can add more things to Malabelle.
As Mala Bryan's world grows, so does the opportunity for future generations to feel represented by the toys that shape their childhoods. Staying true to their mission to drive change, Capitec have partnered with Cape Town-based artist, designer and illustrator Dr. Anja Venter, better known as Nanna Venter, on an exciting campaign to reimagine what the rand could look like with a woman on it. Capitec's Chandre Matlala explains.
For Women's Month, our team came together, and after some research, we found that only 9% of the world's currency actually have females on it. And for Capitec, we have 16 million clients, about 52% of those are women, and representation really matters. We really want our clientele to be represented on the banknote.
I am Anja, Nanna Venter. I hail from the sprawling metropolis of Belleville, and I consider myself to be a bit of an artstronaut, which is to say that I use creativity to kind of explore the creative universe through a bunch of media and avenues. I am a postdoctoral fellow at the Cape Peninsula University of Technology. I make clothing and jewelry and anything that really comes my way or crosses my desk.
We are excited and proud to be partnering with incredible female artists such as Anja Nanna Venter, President Hani, and Zanele Mondle, who've agreed to come on this journey with us and tell the stories of various prolific South African women who we feel should be on the banknote.
Capitec reached out to me and asked me if I wanted to participate in this Women's Day initiative, and it's an immense honor and privilege to be the first person out of the door. Also just because I'm in such wonderful company, the other two artists I admire greatly, and it's been a bit of a whirlwind, but I'm super excited to be participating in this initiative.
Anja is a strong female artist who really has her own voice and her own style, her own way of walking in life, and we really wanted that for women who are diverse and with their own diverse sense of being and style. We thought Anja would be perfect in translating that into the artwork.
I believe this initiative is incredibly important because representation really does matter, and if we can achieve this goal, it will mean a tremendous amount to children in this country that need to see heroes that aren't men. You can't really talk about Women's Day in South Africa without addressing the fact that we have two Women's Days. We have International Women's Day, and then we have the commemoration of the 9th of August, 1956, the day that 20,000 women marched up to the Union buildings in Pretoria, bearing more than 100,000 signatures. Women across, at the time, very segregated population groups and demographics came together en masse and marched up to the Union buildings under the leadership of Sophia Williams, Helen Joseph, Lillian Ngoyi, and Raima Musa, and pretty much spoke truth to power, stood there. The members of the government at the day wouldn't even meet them, and so they left the petitions at the door of Jeugje Strijdom and stood in complete silence for 30 minutes, which must have just been the most amazing moment, and then started singing a song that was specifically written for the occasion, Watint Abafazi, Watint Imbokado, which means, now you've touched a woman, you've struck a rock. And it's one of my favorite moments in our history and the history of women in South Africa. The style that I've chosen to render this piece in is very similar to the rest of my art, which largely inspired by comic book style. It was a big part of my training and my sort of personal approach to visual arts. And I think they look like total superheroes in this moment, and so I think it's only appropriate. My process involves a lot of visual research. I had to go look up a bunch of images of the day, and this particular photograph, which I then treat digitally, and I start creating kind of digital pencils on my computer. For this project, due to time constraints and the large scale of the piece, I decided to print my pencils onto archival paper and then rework it with ink by hand.
Capitec is known for being a disruptor of the traditional banking space, and we want to lend our voice to this. We'll be spreading the message on Capitec's official Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook accounts, where we'll be asking our followers to send through suggestions of who they think should be on the banknote, and we'll be using those for the artists to actually put those prolific women on the South African currency that they're creating for us.
It's been truly incredible to work on this campaign because I feel like, very much in the spirit of the women from 1956, women have come together, and by standing together, we can really affect tremendous change.
Which woman do you think should be featured on South African currency? Reply with your suggestions on one of the posts featuring Anja's artwork on Capitec's official social media pages. And the woman you suggest could potentially be featured on the next artwork. Lend your support and join the conversation using hashtag #ReimagineTheRandSA. Next on the Insider SA, travel to Hoyo in the Kruger with multi-award-winning actress and Emmy nominee Brenda Ngxoli. Traveling to the Kruger National Park for our next adventure, we arrive at the celebrated Hoyo Private Lodge. A friendly welcome lets us know we're in for warm South African hospitality.
Hoyo Hoyo, welcome to Hoyo Hoyo. Hoyo Hoyo means welcome in Tsonga language.
We are at one of the first private concessions in the Kruger National Park at the banks of Muluwati River. Sun Parks felt the need to award concessions. That was a good move on our side because that uplifted the community by giving us lots of job opportunities. The main aim was for guests to come and experience the wildlife without boundaries. And the area where we are situated, there's no cell phone reception. You are in the middle of the bush, so you're experiencing the real bush.
Around the Muluwati concession, we got a lot of water holes where we attract animals to come in to drink water. So you can see a lot of animals coming down here, such as elephants, lions in front of the camp. While sitting here, you can see like everything. As our camps are open, then they're not fenced at all. Our rooms, they're roundabouts. Those are mostly symbolize the house which the Tsonga tribe used to live inside them. So that's why we call it Hoyo Hoyo Tsonga village. All the symbols here around the lodge, it's man-made from the Tsonga village people, which they do make them from their homes. And we bought all this stuff to bring them here, to welcome all the guests from outside, to show them that a Tsonga village is here right in the bush.
Offering a relaxing African ambience on 10,000 hectares of private concession, this was the perfect place to bring actress Brenda Ngxoli and her partner Sam.
Hi there everyone, my name is Brenda Ngxoli, aka Mabrongo to the B-side, and kaloku namhlanje ndihamba ndedwa ndihamba kunye noSampiwa aka Sam. I've been to Kruger National Park before, but never by air. So the experience was definitely, amazing. It was an adventure from the time we got into this. It's quite scary, when you're inside it, it feels like you're in a can, but it's absolutely amazing because it's like in a flash from Johannesburg, you are in like the safari.
The unique architecture of the rondavels pays tribute to Tsonga culture. For Brenda, recognizing her own personal heritage and history is important.
My culture is Xhosa. We are both. I'm quite spiritual, I'd like to say, because I've just been on a spiritual journey for 7 years. I'm a trainee. So I'm always intrigued by tradition, culture, religion, and anything that sort of promotes the religion of love, really. And I kind of sense that kind of energy, starting from the animals to the people in this place. It's absolutely amazing.
When it comes to my culture, I value it, I cherish it, and I would say I'm eager to move it forward to the next level. So seeing things like this, seeing other cultures, it's pretty good, it's pretty amazing and
eye-opening.
Yeah.
They took a quick look inside the rooms to unpack and see where they'd be sleeping before heading out to explore the activities on offer.
Oh wow, babe,
yeah, yo.
Yeah, wow.
This is happening.
Yeah, this is like, oh wow.
Oh man.
So it's like tradition meets Western Dundun architecture. Ooh, my favorite of anything.
Okay.
Bad.
Okay.
It's really good to be here, It's calming, a bit of a shock to the system, but it's great. And I think the architecture is so welcoming. It actually feels like home. I feel like I'm in a Tsonga home.
Yes.
It's just wonderful that there are still places that are, preserved like this and that we can actually have access to. We're in the bush.
No trip to the Kruger is complete without a game drive. Field guide Andrew Malpanya is proud of this spectacular landscape, home to Africa's Big Five.
At Hoyo Hoyo, we tried to take them on the safari twice, in the morning and the afternoon, where we try to drive around to show them a different scenario. On bushwalk, you do small things and you don't cover a big area. So you experience different things on foot on a vehicle. When you're on vehicle, when you see things like elephant, you can drive close, like Pride of Lion, you can drive close and you can still feel safe. But when you're on foot, when you see elephant on foot, they are more different. You can see how big it is, and even you can feel you are in the nature.
Next up on the itinerary, a trip to an impressive baobab tree. These trees can grow to an enormous size and are able to live up to 3,000 years.
Oh, the baobab! Andrew, thank you.
Oh, first time on a baobab tree.
Yeah.
Woo! Yes, it's the baobab and the Brenda.
Yeah, the first time I actually heard about the baobab was about the baobab restaurant out here actually in Mpumalanga. That's why I actually got interest in this magnificent baby, and I love it.
If this tree could talk, it could tell us a lot about who we are and just as humans and Africans, I guess. If only we could speak to animals and trees. Well, we're struggling to speak to each other.
Yeah.
But it's so cool to experience the wildlife like this. I mean, these giraffes are like literally less than, 10 meters away. And a lot of the time we watch like wildlife shows, and that's how we get to experience it. And now it's just special, magical, chilling with the giraffes. What I can take away from watching these animals roaming around in the wildlife is I just keep thinking of Lucky Dube's song when he says, the cats and the dogs have forgiven each other. Why are we still fighting? I think that's how the song goes, and it's like the animals are at peace. Yes, obviously, the lion will go after some, but there's a formula that they have. They've found how to coexist, and just, it's okay. You can move out of somebody's way without being angry. Let's just peace, man.
Winding down the day on a natural deck under the African sky, they reflect on the surrounding beauty.
Have you ever had a mocktail in the middle of a river?
Never.
No. Hoyo, hoyo.
Hoyo, hoyo.
A peaceful start to the next day gave Brenda the chance to reflect on the long road she's walked to be where she is today.
Life hasn't always been, the glitz and the glamour and red carpets.
Yeah.
I had my fair share of, the ups and downs of life. My mother is a domestic worker, so I was raised as a domestic worker's daughter in Muizenberg. But I was always a product of the migrant labor system, which meant that home was the Eastern Cape, which meant that I am, a product of the villages. I've always lamented that I love village swag. Now I'm going Ekasweka plus Macy, Ekasweka Boer. I'm in love with the Afrikaans language. My favorite book is Kruger Bos, Dear Dalian Mathieu. And I think the pity of apartheid is that it robbed us of our similarities, of how actually ons is maar net gewone mense.
Brenda and Sam are very much in love, and they're not afraid to share their appreciation for one another.
Getting to know Brenda. Yeah, I've gone to admire so much about her, but most importantly is the way she makes me laugh. Yeah, she's a funny person, and she's lovely to be around. So, yeah, big ups to her.
Ha ha ha. Was that church?
Ha.
5 rand laughter.
Thank you. Yeah.
I'm done. Clearly age is no longer on my side. Wow, it's beautiful to see the youth engaged in theatre, in performance and preserving our culture. I mean, music and dance is just yet another way that we as human beings can preserve our culture. I've got lots of fans. I'd like to say I've traveled, I've been exposed to quite a lot. But I think what I'm most proud of is realizing that internal peace costs nothing. When you're out here, you realize that all you need to do is just, learn the art of living and find peace and happiness. And before I become too deep, let me head back. Ladies!
Magical three-course dinners are served around an open fire with great conversation and the sounds of the bush.
What I appreciate most about the menu is the use of fresh produce and the incorporation of African cuisine. You really taste your surrounding, and that's beautiful.
The food was so amazing. The meat was succulent. Even in Northwest, I don't get meat like this. It was amazing, and the atmosphere is just absolutely amazing. The stars came out to play. Everything is great.
By the fireside.
Ooh.
By the fireside. By the fireside.
We've been feeling really blessed to experience, the raw, beautiful, untouched Mother Nature in such a way. And I think what has really, really stood out is, everything doesn't look perfect in Mother Nature, but yet in its sort of non-perfectness, it's actually so perfect. Yeah. And if you keep quiet, you'll actually experience the stillness of it all. And I'm just so grateful that I can experience it with you.
A relaxing break in the majestic Kruger has been the perfect way for these two achievers to relax and unwind before returning to their busy city lives. Coming up, spend a day with entertainment legend and new mom Relebogile Mabotja as she experiences new ways to de-stress. Relebogile Mabotja does it all. This actress, writer, and new mother is also a successful TV host. Catching up with her, we get to see how this impressive talent finds time for herself in her busy schedule.
What I love about being on the set of Unpacked with Relebogile Mabotja, which is me, is just the fact that we on making content with a purpose. I would like to say, like, majority of the episodes can be taboo, can be dark, can be heavy, but I walk away with each episode having learned something new. I mean, some of our topics are really emotionally driving into a place of possibly seeing red, but I had to learn for myself that, hey, you need to come here as neutral and as objective as possible, be open to hear what the person has to say, and that's for me the most exciting thing.
I'm really proud of Relebogile because she's come a long way. She's envisioned this for the longest time, and for us to finally get it off the ground and make it happen is just amazing.
I've been a producer for many years, I've been a presenter for many years, but it's the first time that I am producing or exec producing, presenting, hosting something that was my brainchild. I'm doing something for the people, but I'm also selfish and doing it for me. So yeah, I'm proud of that. I'm very proud. We're making life-changing, life-altering content.
Managing such a busy life can take its toll on the body, and she knows how important it is to take care of yourself.
My schedule does get really busy, obviously with my talk show and also having a new baby at home and all the other hats that I wear. But it is important to stay healthy and get inspiration in the kitchen, especially something easy and convenient. So I'm here for just that.
Certified health coach Christine Phillips of Health Yourself has made it her business to prepare healthy food that is also delicious.
For me, wellness is all about prevention. I have always been into healthy cooking and healthy eating, and my focus has now shifted, especially because I have 3 children, and I want to make sure that they live a healthy lifestyle. So my business is pretty much focusing on wellness for the entire family, as well as weight loss for families, as well as learning how to eat clean and delicious foods.
Hi.
How are you?
Good, thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, it's such a pleasure.
As we do.
Welcome to my detox kitchen. Come in.
Okay, I'm gonna stand socially distanced so I can take my mask off and smell everything. Ooh.
Wonderful.
Okay, so before we get started, because I like information, can you explain to me the name of the dish and why it is actually good for busy people and a mom like me?
All right, so firstly, it is a miso gut restoring soup. And the miso is your key ingredient with this, because miso is fermented soya beans, all right, really good for your gut health. Yeah. So the flavors that we're going to be incorporating into this dish is all about immunity and your gut.
I actually like eating fresh veggies because it's nutrition. Food is medicine if you actually know how to use it. So I'm quite excited for today's dish because it's convenient, it's easy. I'm a mom now, so I've got to be able to do things on the go. This is extremely, extremely convenient, and it's using some of my absolute favorite vegetables. So, yeah.
Add a tablespoon of fermented soya beans. We are going to squeeze fresh limes. Then we're going to put in fresh ginger. Really great for boosting your immunity, and it gives a little bit of that tang and bite. You can put chili in, but I know you don't like chili.
Chili is definitely not my friend.
And then salt and pepper, and then just some hot water.
Where do I get started?
All right, so first things, we're just gonna thinly slice our peppers. So you can start with that. The brighter your vegetables, the more antioxidants, the healthier it is for you. And we've got a lot of colors here.
Okay, when do we start layering up and putting it all together?
All right, Lobel, so what we're gonna do is you are going to take that, and we'll do it together. So I'll make a bowl and you're gonna make the jar.
Perfect.
So this is perfect for your, to take to work.
Yes.
All right, so you're going to start with your rice noodles, okay? Then we are going to do some courgettes. These are spiralized, nice and healthy, loads of fiber. Then carrots, cabbage, packed with antioxidants. And then I've got a little bit of shiitake mushrooms.
Yummy.
Then you're gonna layer up all your greens. Okay, so your peppers first. Then we're going to do your broccoli, your spring onions, your lovely fresh coriander. And now for the crowd pleaser. You actually pour this entire thing over and you just let that sit.
Yummy. Looks so colorful and fresh. I'm so excited to try out this meal, and what's great is we made one that, is eat in and the one that's takeaway because I got me a baby. And what's so great is you eat with your eyes first and then you smell. You've got that amazing ginger, you've got that lime, freshness, and I'm looking forward to dig in. I think I'm just at a point now where I'm like, guys, we really do not know what phone calls we're gonna be getting, and we don't know when the last time will be when we see each other. How can we be more present? How can we take care of ourselves better and make the most of it? But of course, it has to be delicious, hence we are making things like this.
Relebogile's brother Obakeng joins in for the next activity. Tibetan Sound Therapy Yoga with Angela Myers of the Ishta Studio of Yoga and Health.
Obi,
hey.
How's it?
Cool.
All right, are you excited for what I have in store for you?
Super keen.
So this is my younger brother Obakeng. We call him Obi. We actually work together, so I thought, why not do something mental health relaxing? And because we're into music, some Tibetan sound therapy, and yoga, because y'all know I just had a baby. So let's go do it.
So this morning, we're doing for Lebo and Obi a beautiful, gentle, warming yoga class. So we're preparing our bodies so that we can receive a nice, deep relaxation through the sound bowl. First, though, we do need to open the body to make the body receptive through our yoga practice. So we do that. We're starting with some nice cleansing breathing this morning so that we can link the mind with the body and come into a centered place which is conducive for healing and relaxation.
It's interesting that the older we get, it's like we're chasing more success, we're chasing accumulating more, when actually we should be chasing returning to self. But it's so crazy that we need access to these types of things to learn to live with less and to return to ourselves, the ultimate goal.
So I think that self-care is quite important because how can you look after those around you if you can't look after yourself?
You know, he'll be able to say if I've changed or not since being a mom, but I think doing things like this it's a non-compromise situation.
Tibetan sound therapist Tamrin Young believes yoga grounds the body while allowing the spirit to fly.
The whole theory behind it is that sound and everything in the universe is made up of energy and vibration, including ourselves. And then what we do is we play the bowls gently, and each gives off its own unique sound and the vibration, which then wash over the body. It penetrates deep into the body at a cellular level. It helps to shift any blockages, any tension, any stress in the body. So then what the body does is it absorbs that good vibration, and you feel a lot more calmer, more peaceful, and more energized afterwards.
The sound therapy, to be honest, is the first time I'm experiencing it, and I did my absolute best to be as present as possible. And even if you're not present and your mind is wandering, because I'm familiar with yoga, and in this case, I was just feeling pains in my body, but the sound therapy, man, wow. I don't know, what did you think about it?
I think that I just felt my energy go into the right place, you know? And all the vibrations from head to toe, you feel them. You feel every single one of the vibrations. And it's just very relaxing.
That's why we chilled out, man. We chilled out. I think I'm a mom and I'm tired. I always want to fall asleep, but in today's yoga, everything hurts. If you look at the pictures in this room and see the flexible things that everybody does, it reminds me of my musical theater performing days on stage. It just reminded me of where I need to be and that I'm getting old. So much fun though, so much fun. Guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. And of course, OB, my younger brother. You know, you saw me at work. You saw me getting to cook. You saw me relaxing. Now I need to tell you guys to go because I got a baby who needs me and I need my cuddles.
Coming up on the Insider Essay, digital content creator Sarah Langa gives us insight into how she has built her impressive social media profile.
Sponsored by Capitec. Simplify banking. Live better.
Renowned content creator Sarah Langa has made a career as an influencer. We spent time with this dynamic woman to find out how she's using her Vodacom RED package to help manage her life on the go.
Hi guys, my name is Sarah Langa. Come join me as I show you what I get up to today. As a digital media content creator and social media influencer, my office is virtual. This means that I need to be connected at all times. But luckily, as a Vodacom RED VIP client, this is easy. I don't know if you know, but Vodacom RED recently got a revamp, which means endless rewards and endless benefits. Okay, this is my niece, guys. This is my niece. Hold on, I have to answer. My niece, she's like a priority. Hi. Hey.
I have online class in 30 minutes and my data is about to run out. May you please send me Vodacom data?
Definitely, I will send you data in the next 5 minutes. Okay guys, I just need to send my niece data. This is the cool thing about being a Vodacom RED VIP client. Not only do I have 100 gigs of data, but I'm able to share it with my family members, my friends, and most importantly, from my one Samsung device to my other. And it made it super easy for me because now I was able to create content from home. Having clients like Radisson RED and Vodacom made it such a great experience. And having like a place like this where I can create different content, it puts me in a position where I'm able to be a lot more creative. Looks so nice. Francis, come see, come see. How nice.
It's beautiful. Congrats. Oh, it's looking good.
So guys, this is how it looks as an Instagrammer, taking content and having the most incredible clients. This is my newest client, Radisson RED, and they contacted me to create some amazing content at their newest hotel here in Rosebank.
It's so true. So we were really excited to work with Sarah because we like working with people who we feel fit the aesthetic, and the goal is to just create a partnership where it works for you. Your followers are enjoying the content, they're understanding like your story, and it works for us because you make amazing content. You're just someone we've always wanted to associate with and work with so that we can curate experiences for both of our audiences.
I think some of the most important tips that I can give for content creation is have a great team. You need to treat yourself like a brand. You need to be serious about your content, and having a great team really helps. And I feel like I've worked very hard to put together a really good team, from photographers, videographers, to make sure that the quality of my content, once it reaches your device, is perfect. With my Vodacom RED package, I'm able to unlock so much more exclusive benefits, such as a 100 Rand voucher every month at Kauai, so I can grab something quick and easy after my shoots. I have a very selfish approach to Women's Day. As a woman, I try to spend Women's Day alone, just kind of self-reflecting, practicing self-care and self-love. A few ways that I do that is by doing the things that I absolutely love, taking bubble baths, pampering myself, doing facials, my nails, all the things that I feel like are a bit of a spoil, I kind of pack them into Women's Day. And not only for myself, but for women that I love, such as my sister, my mom, my mentor, my nieces, all of the women that I feel deserve to be loved. My mom was definitely my source of love when it comes to fashion. But most importantly, just like how she encourages me to be who I want to be, if it's studying, she's played such a big role in motivating me at my lowest times in terms of my academic life. She always reminds me the value of education, which is something that she didn't really grow up with. I've been an academic for the past 10 years, and at a master's level, you want to make sure that you're still able to work, do everything else that life demands you to do while still being able to do your research and study on the go. Students have had to adapt to the new way of learning. Pretty much with the pandemic, everything has gone virtual, and it's sort of introduced new challenges. I know with myself, I started my master's during the pandemic, so I had to adapt to learning online and also finding additional resources myself. And thanks to packages like the Vodacom RED VIP package, I was able to have access to almost anything on the internet. And it really helps because in the past, you'd really rely on your lecturers, your textbooks, and now the power lies in your hands. Most people who study their masters in business administration get to learn that business is a male-dominated industry. It kind of makes us realize that there's more doors that haven't been tapped into. So I think that's how it motivates a lot of women. Just, seeing the content that I create and how it's still super feminine and really fun and creative, and just kind of unlocking those possibilities for other women. Thanks for joining me on my day today. As you see, I'm always on the go, and my Vodacom RED experience helps me unlock so much more so that I can do more, be more, and create meaningful change. I hope you guys enjoyed. Bye.
In celebration of Women's Day on the 9th of August, Vodacom is giving away 1,000 Rand culinary vouchers to 9 special women. To stand a chance of winning, go on to the Insider SA Facebook and Twitter pages and tell us, what do you like most about the Vodacom RED packages on offer? Experience RED, unlock more. For more information on the incredible guests featured in today's show, head over to theinsidersa.co.za. Join us again next week as we visit the Nelson Mandela Sanctuary and head out on a getaway with rocker Francois van Coke. Get more of the Insider SA online. Follow, connect, engage, and be inspired to live better with the Insider SA. Watch the show Monday evenings at 5:30. Repeat Saturday at 1 on S3.